start recording. We'll record now. Okay. So how do you configure LACP on distributed switch? Okay. What are the prerequisites for that? Yeah. How you will configure? Yeah, Joy, you only. How you will configure lag LACP on VDS?
VDS you can configure using two or three virtual switches. We can select and create the interface.
Okay. No, how you will configure lag? So you need to have uplinks. Okay. Then only you can configure it. The link aggregation. Let me get one diagram. See, this is your physical switch.
Okay.
Okay. So you have a LACP port channel here. Both have been teamed at the network level. Okay. So that you need to see how many uplinks you have here in this one. Yes.
8 uplinks.
Okay. No, 8, how 8? In ESXi host 1, how many you have? This is ESXi 1, this is ESXi 2.
Okay.
So how many you have now?
Then two ports are teamed up there.
No, total uplinks how many you have?
4 uplinks.
4 uplinks. Okay. So network team has configured this network port. Okay. They have configured in a teamed manner. Okay. That they will call it as LACP port channel. Okay.
Okay.
So VMNIC 0 and VMNIC 1 are teamed. Okay. Are LACP.
Okay.
Here in uplink ports, you will do it as a lag 1. Okay.
Okay.
Which will act as a team here. If one goes down, the other one will take over. Or you can do it for a load balancing also. If you put active, it will become load balancing. Okay.
Sir, when you select the group of load balancing mode, then how the data will pass to each port?
It depends on the options that you select. Load balancing option you have. How you want to load balance? Is it route based on originating port? Okay. Or is it based on IP hash? How you want to do that? will have here बना रहे ना बना लेना डायरेक्ट. See here LSCP, okay, then you are creating a lag here, okay, ports. So here you will have a load balancing route based on virtual port ID, all that. Okay. So here you will be assigning that lag 1 0, lag 1 1. Okay, these are the links. That's how you configure it. Okay. LSCP. Okay. So this is for redundancy or load balance. Okay. Okay. This uplinks should not be used by any other port groups. So if you want to use this lag, this should be dedicated. Okay. That's how it works, and it will work only if you are doing with IP hash. Okay. Based on the IP only it will work. Different types. What are the three different types of IP hash?
Integration related to physical links or universal?
It's related to physical.
But sir, video is actually virtual group, right?
Which one? See here, network team has already done it. Okay, you are taking that configuration at the distribution switch level. Okay, you will configure this. So in test environment you are doing it, and then you are doing it on the production environment. Okay. So I will put one more here. Without link aggregation, and this is with link aggregation. Okay. So with link aggregation you can see that in both the links the traffic is flowing. You see, let's say this is 1 Gbps, okay, and this is also 1 Gbps. So once you do that, you will have 2 Gbps link here. Okay. So you will enhance the performance, you will increase the server bandwidth. Okay, that is the use of LSCP. This will be used, let's say, so you have production, okay. So production, without 2 links, I will not put that server into production, okay. If I have one uplink also, I am fine with backup. If my backup network is on one uplink, I will allow it. If the monitoring is on one network, I will allow it, okay. But if the production is on one uplink, I will not allow it. Okay, I need two uplinks for redundancy. Then only I will put that in production, or else I won't put in production.
But like as you said that like we use for like bandwidth increasing. But we are using it like only the traffic will flow in only one because one will be inactive and only in the sample.
You can put active also.
Then
You want LACP configuration. Hello?
Hello?
no,
Ah.
it is on the phone.
ಪಕ್ಕದೇ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬನ್ನಿ.
Your voice breaking. Hello?
Yeah, Joy, 1 minute. Okay. So now you are configuring this LACP here. Okay. So you are creating a lag. Okay. This is in mode is active.
Okay.
Okay. Now you are adding the uplinks now.
Okay.
So these are the physical adapters. You selected one host and you have selected the physical adapters.
Okay.
So this uplink, you are calling it as lag 1 0. You are calling this one as lag 1 1. Okay.
Okay.
Then after that you are configuring the VM kernel adapters.
Okay.
Here topology. So here where VM kernel adapters. Three one seven 002. Okay. So here you are going to configure that route based on physical NIC load. Okay.
Okay.
So here you will get that option here. I am not able to see that option here. LSCP implementation.
I think I will get more actual clarification on practical.
So tomorrow what we will do, you come at 10 o'clock or earlier you go there, okay, and you configure that what is it? The other box with the ESXi,
Okay.
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 Then we will install the virtual center, vCenter.
Okay. Okay.
Then we'll start doing all these options. So this load balancing, all if we want to do it, you need to have one more NIC card in that.
Right.
Then only you will be able to. I will ask him to get one more NIC card, 2 NIC cards.
Okay.
Then only it will work. Okay. So this is for redundancy, okay? Or why you will not use it for what is it? High bandwidth, because if one fails, your bandwidth will hit. You will be running at a very low speed, okay? That is why mostly it will be for redundancy only, okay? So now what is NIOC, Network IO Control?
It is used for like for sharing exactly the how we have a resource pool in our vCenter. Similar like here we can able to segregate for the different. We can segregate the bandwidth. So this bandwidth has to go to this particular team for this particular network. Say for example, not the specific team. We have vMotion, we have, and we have VM network. For that networks dedicatedly, we are like providing the network bandwidth for them.
Okay. See, let's say Joy, I will put all 4 NIC cards here, okay, into one LACP, all that 4,
Okay.
okay. All 4 I will club, okay. Then what I am going to do? I will do a NIOC, okay. I will give the priorities now here, okay. So this my management will have 200 shares, okay. And vMotion will have 200 shares. vSAN I will decrease it, and then VM traffic I will increase it. I will put 400 or any higher value. Say I am using 4, okay, but I am using this option so that it will be segregated based on the priority here. Okay. Which will give you high. But this is not recommended, whatever I told you, right? Like 4 clubbing it and putting it in NIOC and doing it, okay? That will be messy part to do it.
Example scenario. So doing this, then you can able to understand.
So you have vMotion and VM traffic compute for bandwidth, okay? vMotion is set to high 200, while VM traffic is normal, okay? So vMotion will receive 2x more bandwidth during contention, okay? Now you have LPG shortage, okay? So only household will get higher priority, not the commercial one. Similarly, here whoever has the high priority, they will get that. This is how NIOC will work on the distribution switch. It will not work on standard switch. Okay. Standard switch only you can configure VLANs, that's it. Apart from VLAN and traffic shaping, you cannot do anything on that.
Which one?
Standard switch.
Ah.
Okay. So always you will keep management vMotion and vSAN at high. Okay. So if you are not keeping this high, what happens is the host will go in isolation. Okay. Like it get disconnected, or storage will be timed out, and you will receive performance issues. Okay. You see here, avoid overusing reservation. They reduce overall pool flexibility and can cause allocation failures if total reservation exceed physical uplink capacity. Okay. That is why at NIOC you will not do all this stuff. Okay, this we have done it, right? Port mirroring. Port mirroring not done, right? Joy? Yeah. So why you will use port mirroring? What are the use cases and limitations?
So port mirroring, like according to my understanding, you have one physical switch, and for that one switch, it might be a physical or the virtual. So you're connecting like two PCs for that, two virtual machines for that particular physical switch, and you want to monitor the incoming and the outgoing traffic. In the switch you have another port. Say for example you have 10 ports in physical switch, and you have connected 9 systems, 9 virtual machines to the respective ports, and the remaining one port you are connecting that port for monitoring purpose, monitoring device. So all the 9 devices input and output traffic will be observed by the 10th port. That is for the monitoring device. So usually like it is used for like monitoring purpose, like observing the incoming and outgoing traffic of the respective physical machines or virtual machines.
Yeah, Joy.
Yeah, okay. No, in every environment we are using this port mirroring for monitoring.
No, you will not use port mirroring. Okay. So why you will use port mirroring is, okay, you are suspicious of an employee, okay, and there is a leak. You say that confidential data is being leaked by the internal employee. Okay. So you want to know who is doing that. Okay. So let's say VM1 and VM2, VM3, you have all that. Okay. So what you will configure? You will configure a port mirroring at the particular port. Okay. So you will configure that to a different VM, another VM. Okay. So that VM will stay calm. Okay. Whatever happening in VM3, that will go out, but whatever is packets are receiving at this virtual port ID, where the VM3 is connected, it will pass on to the analyzer VM here, the destination port. Okay. So you will install a Wireshark and you will see what is happening here, what he is doing. Okay. For that you will use it. Okay.
So is it like only the traffic sent by the VM3 or like is incoming and both?
You can configure any port. Any VM port, whichever it is connected.
For servering, you can only use for any single port like that.
No, you can use for traffic, okay, that is local mirroring, okay. And you want to use source port on one host, destination on another host, okay. So this is in a same host, okay. First one is same host. So you want to do a port mirroring, okay. This is in one ESXi, okay. This is in another ESXi, okay. So this, let's say if any VM is running, he will know that suspicion, why they are running one more VM here, analyzer in the same ESXi, okay. So what we will configure it in a different ESXi, but it will be mirroring that in whatever ESXi you configure. You want to get all that details, and it will be sending it to that particular port. Okay. There you will get all that data.
No, what my question is like in the as per the diagram, like only the source, say for example from the VM3, the information is go to the VDS, from the VDS it will go to the outside network. And what about the incoming, say for example is a suspicious user, we have identified that he is a suspicious user and is sending the traffic. And say for example from outside is getting the traffic as well to the respective one.
It will mirror.
Both it will be
It will mirror.
So both, like it comes to the distributed switch, from there only it will
It
go
will
to
send
the,
it to both.
okay. So the incoming from VM3 also it will be stored in VDS, then from VDS to the analyzer. Then similarly from uplink it will come to the VDS, from VDS to VM3.
VDS, it will be broadcasting that port, whatever you configure, it will be broadcasting it to the mirror port. Okay. Now you have at network different layer 3, okay. These are all layer 2, okay, same network, okay. So now you are going to a different network now, layer 3, okay.
From layer 2 to layer 3.
Layer 2 to layer 3, okay. So then it will be encapsulated. It will send that encapsulated traffic. Then you will receive that traffic at the offsite. Okay. So why you will have this use case? Let's say we will use this use case, why you are using this. Then you will understand why you need to configure port mirroring. Okay. So you are having packet loss. Okay. So Airtel is telling my network is very good. Okay. But you are facing lot of packet loss. Your migration is getting failed. Okay. So now we have allowed network team to give the logs. What exactly is happening. Okay. This is all virtual environment. So at network level also that is fine. They are telling, okay, network level also we are not seeing anything. Okay. So then they will configure it as a port mirror. They want to see why there is a connectivity loss, why that connection is getting lost. Okay. So I will tell you the scenario. Here I will tell one scenario. Okay. So I have a 3 GB file. Okay. 3 GB file, up to 2 GB it is copying. Okay. It can restructure and it can take that file, okay. After 2.2 GB, that capture will fail, okay, and that file will not receive at the target and it will go back. CRC error. Okay, you cannot copy that file, 3 GB file. Okay, it's a single file. So either you copy it locally or you split it into multiple pieces, 100 pieces. Then only it will work, or else it won't work.
So from one host to another host.
One region to other region. Okay, I am copying the data from Hyderabad to Germany. Okay, 3 GB file it cannot go. Okay, so I have a limitation in the WAN. Okay, it needs to have a break. For 2.2 GB it will break. It won't receive the highest file. You need to scatter that file. Okay, so now what you will do, you will do that diagnosis of the network connectivity. Okay, so with this you will configure as a port mirroring and you will do it. Okay.
Okay, so as per the example which you gave, so say for example they were trying to send 3 GB completely, but somewhere it was getting failed. So till 2.25 GB.
We don't know where it is failing.
Yeah.
Okay, your data is 1.2 TB. Okay, you are copying 1.2 TB. We have a 3 GB file. Okay, that is where the problem is.
Okay, so and we identified that there is a problem, but we don't know exactly where it is.
Where it is.
Using this, we can able to identify.
You can identify where exactly it is failing.
Okay, so this will be taken care by the network team, or like VM associate has to work on it?
It will be done by network team.
Okay, but we need to identify, you need to perform the steps.
You need to do that port mirroring, all that. Okay. So and now you want to do a threat detection for all your DMZ, okay, IDS or IPS or forensic. So whatever all the servers which are exposed to DMZ, you want to do a intrusion. So all the traffic whatever coming to that server, that will be going to the appliance, IDS or IPS, that they will analyze the traffic. Okay, let's say you have a banking application, you have a transaction server. Okay, so whatever the transaction or incoming traffic is coming, only incoming. Okay, so you configured, you mirror all the traffic to the appliance that we have configured. Okay, that appliance will analyze the traffic pattern. Okay, let's say you want to block one region, you want to block one area, you want to block one IP address, one particular pool. Okay, so this will feed the traffic. Okay, then you will take the decision and it will get updated at the firewall. It will block. It will send, okay, you block this automatically.
Okay, so but that information will be done by the network firewall team,
but
but the basic thing will
you
be
will
done by us.
configure that port mirroring. They will tell, okay, your virtual switch should support this. Wherever you configure this, you allow this port mirroring policy. Okay, you see now the example it came here. Okay, record traffic for regulatory requirement. Okay, capture financial transaction data for audit trails. You see now this automatically came. Okay, now you want to do some application behavior or some network performance. Okay, let's say you have a geo network. Okay, once you enable it, once you enable Wi-Fi, okay, and then you call it, your voice your voice data will, voice call will go through the data. It will not take the voice. Okay. So that voice will be, data will be cheaper here. Okay. In some cases, your VoIP traffic is getting low quality. Okay. Sometimes you are breaking the, your voice is getting break. Okay. They want to analyze that performance. So at that time also they will use this. Okay.
So this like port mirroring we can use for security purpose and for the network packets and how it is sending. If there is any drop in the network or network connectivity also we can use for the monitoring purpose.
And now we have antivirus vendor. Okay. They want to analyze the suspicious traffic, or they want to analyze the virus behavior. They want to configure the antivirus for that. So what they do, they will put that VM in quarantine and they will see how that is behaving, on what logic it is working, how it is working. So these are all the use cases for port mirroring. Okay. And what is the limitation? Okay. Limitation is, okay, so whenever you do that mirroring of that port, okay, so port 1 to port 5, so you will utilize the CPU host cycles, okay, by 10 to 15%, okay, and you will consume the network bandwidth. So 1 will become 2 here. Okay, if you are capturing that to disk, okay, so network traffic won't be staying on the disk. Okay, it will just come and it will go. Okay, it will just consume the bandwidth. But if you are capturing to disk, okay, if you put Wireshark, okay,
it will consume the data.
So per 1 hour you will get at least 6 to 8 GB file for 1 hour. Okay. So you want to see all the traffic. Okay. So based on that you will have to add IO and then disk also, and the port mirroring wherever you are capturing that. So now technical limitations. Okay. So all the traffic from source is copied, incoming and outgoing, or both. So there is no filtering here. Okay. Destination port capacity. Okay. Destination VMware port should handle aggregate source traffic. It should handle the source traffic first. Okay. No production redirection. It should never be used for load balancing or traffic redirection. You cannot redirect it. Okay. Whatever it is coming, it has to mirror it. And VDS support only concurrent mirroring session 4 to 8 per switch. That is the limitation. These are all that. Okay. This will be done in security perspective. Okay. This is how it will be done. Okay. This is in the local. Okay. The other diagram. Okay. Same. So where you won't have overhead, network overhead here. If you configure in the same ESXi. If you configure in remote, then you need to consume this. source and destination both. Okay. Then at the L3 level, network level, overhead. Okay. So you have already this file, right, Joy? Hello? I will stop recording.